Thanks, Matt. Can I first start off by asking, how'd you go with darts? I see the boys have been practicing the arrows. How'd you go?
Yeah, I was actually pretty decent. I think I shocked a few boys, but I was lucky I had Lewis Miller as my partner, so he helped me through it, eh?
Good stuff, mate. I just wanted to ask generally, what's the kind of change you've noticed in Arnie, mate? You've been one of those guys who's been with him at a few of these tournaments now. He's gone into ones in the past under a lot of pressure. He seems a lot calmer now. Is that a fair thing to say?
Look, I don't think Arnie's changed much. Within these four walls, Arnie's always the same towards us as a group of players. Full of energy, positivity, and just wanting us to do well. So on my part, from what I've seen, Arnie is still the same Arnie.
Another one for you, George, if you want, mate, before we move on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as you touched on Lewis Miller, there's obviously a pretty healthy battle on his side of the field. You've got two other guys chomping at the bit. Who's kind of really stood out there for you?
Oh, look, they're all great players, and we're lucky to have them all in the squad. So we've got a lot of depth going into this tournament. So a lot of competition, which is healthy for the squad, because at the end of the day, we'll obviously have the same goal, and that's to lift a trophy at the end of it. So look, they're all great players, a great bunch of boys to have within the group. Look, that all comes down to obviously just working hard on the training pitch, and the rest is up to the coaching staff.
Tom, welcome to you.
Sure. Hi, Aziz. Thanks for your time this morning. I've spoken to Matt Ryan in the past about some of the work that you guys did sort of during the World Cup qualifying campaign to sort of really identify the culture of the team, what it means to be a Socceroo, and so that when the young boys come in, they really understand what it's all about. Have you sort of noticed a difference now in the way when the young boys come in, they're able to sort of get to grips straight away with this whole idea of what being a Socceroo is all about? Yeah,
definitely. We've set a great culture within this group, and for us, it's just about making those young boys feel comfortable and to be able to perform at their best level with no pressure. So look, all the boys that have come in, they all say the same thing. They can, they just gel straight away, and we just make them feel welcome. Because obviously we try to tell them they don't need to do anything different from what they do at their club, because they're selected for a reason. And that's because whatever they've been doing, the coaching staff can see that. So, when they come in, it's just about working hard, head down, and knowing that what we're here for is to win. And everyone's been doing that since we've come into camp. So it's great to see a lot of young boys working hard, and obviously if they get the call, they're ready to go.
I think there's only 3 of you from the last Asian Cup squad. In terms of the way the squad has developed over the last few years, particularly the experiences of the World Cup, what sort of difference in confidence levels and expectation do you feel within this squad compared to 2019?
Look, we're confident going into this tournament, definitely. When you look at our squad, like I said before, we have a lot of depth, a lot of boys playing at a high level football, playing week in, week out. So, look, and our expectation is always been the same. We go into every game to win. We've set the bar high. We've improved every time we analyse our game. We can see a lot of improvement in the way we want to play. So, look, this is going to be no different. Obviously we'll take it game by game. But every game we go into, our expectation is to win, because that's what we're here for.
Luke?
Hey, Aziz, hope you're well, mate. Tom just touched on it a little bit there, the amount of players that aren't here at the moment that were there in 2019. That squad turnover is a natural thing, and 2.5 years is a long time in football, obviously, to the next World Cup. So for you guys who are you may or may not make it to the next World Cup, but how important is this tournament then to make sure that as this group, as a collective, that you can walk away with a bit of silverware, you can get together when you're 40, 50 and 60 and chat about it?
Look, of course it's important. these opportunities don't come around very often. Not just the tournament, but playing for your national team. It should always feel like a final when you have a chance to pull this jersey on. But look, me and Maddie were lucky enough to, touch that trophy in 2015 on home soil. So, we're actually speaking about that this morning, and we have another opportunity to do it again. And I've said in another interview, it's a feeling you can't explain to people when you obviously win silverware, but to win it for your country is just special. So, we've put ourselves in this position to have a chance to go again. And I think a lot of the boys know what's up for stake here. It's a big tournament. It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. We've seen that firsthand. But it's going to take a lot of hard work. But like I said, with the squad we've got, I'm really confident going into this competition.
It was a bit of a revolving door at left back until you came along, mate, and sort of you've seen a few squad members come and go over the years. Geordie seems to be one with a really bright future. Just give us some insights into what you've seen from him, and just what that is like in squad, having in the squad there, having someone working week in and week out that you're trying to sort of. I'm sure you'd love to start, and Geordie would love to start, and just inside that battle.
Yeah, look, competition is, like I said before, competition is healthy within a squad, and when it comes to a major tournament, everyone's going to be needed. We've got games coming in rapid. You only get a few days to recover. There could be suspensions, injuries, which I hope not, but it's the nature of the game. So, yeah, look, he's a great boy. He's a good lad as well off the pitch, but he's got qualities. So yeah, look, but for me personally, it's just about training hard. Obviously I've shown what I can do when I have the opportunity to represent the country. So that's my goal. For me, it's just about working hard day in, day out, and the rest sometimes is out of your hands.
Marco?
G'day, Aziz. I think I'm right in saying this is the first major tournament that you've gone into from playing in the A-League and not playing in an overseas league. How are you feeling in terms of your sharpness coming from the A-League compared to playing, when you came into it playing like overseas?
Yeah, look, no different for me than going into any other tournament. If you look up the amount of games I've already played for City with the 3 competitions, I think I'm on like 20 or 21 games already, so it's pretty much like a European season. So, for me, nothing's changed going into this tournament. I feel great, I feel sharp. I think on a personal level, I've been happy with my performances for City at club level. So, look, I'm coming into this tournament fit, confident, and ready to go. Yeah, look, Matty looks good. He's training. Obviously, he's got the mask on. But yeah, look, he looks good. We've still got a few more days before the game. So, like I said, he's on the training park, which is the most positive part.
Marco, you have any follow-up there? If anyone else has any further questions, just use the raise hand function, please. Marco, you're on mute if you're asking another question before I move on to someone else.
Sorry, man, right, cheers.
All good. Luke?
We saw a little video on I think it was the Socceroos YouTube page of Arnie's message prior to the Bahrain game, and a part of it was, you play to your standards, not theirs. It's very different to the messages we were seeing prior to World Cup games, where it's very emotive and getting you guys up to match likes of Argentina and Denmark, etc. Is it a different vibe in the dressing room pre-game where you sort of have to remind yourself that you're playing to the Socceroos standard, with no disrespect to your opponents, but not India's or Syria's or Uzbekistan's, for example? No,
look, we go into every game just more focused on ourselves. We can't worry too much what the opponent doing for us. We don't disrespect no opponent. Whether we're playing in Argentina or coming up against India in our next game, you know, we treat it like a final. And like I said before, we're going into every game to win. We did that in the RG game. And it's going to be no different going into this tournament as well. So, you know, like we've set ourselves a high standard within these 4 walls, and the expectation, you know, not just during the games, but at training as well. You know, we train like we play. So, you know, the standard is high. So, you know, we're here to win it. That's obviously our main goal. So, look, the messaging has always been the same for us. You know, when you have the opportunity to represent your country, you're out there to win, especially for Australia. So it's going to be no different.
And George, might come to you for last one.
Yeah, I was just asking generally, like, I think it's a while since Socceroos have played India. Like, what do you know about them as a team? And I guess in Doha is one of those places where there's a big Indian population. Are you anticipating there'll be you know, they'll all turn out to support them?
Yeah, look, I didn't know about the population, but, you know, we're pretty comfortable in Qatar, I can tell you that. You know, we've had a great record here. You know, and obviously, you know, we spent a lot of time here during the qualification phase and then obviously the World Cup. So, you know, we enjoy being here. You know, the facilities are great. We're looked after. Training pitches are great. So we have no excuses, you know, in preparation wise. You know, with India, we'll analyse them over the next few days now, leading into the game. So, you know, see their qualities and where we can expose them as well. So, yeah, look, we're looking forward. We're just really, everyone's pretty excited just to kick off the tournament. You know, you always want to just get that first game out of the way. And, yeah, look, it's exciting for us as a playing group. A lot of boys playing their first major tournament for the country, so it's exciting. And for us that have been here before, it's another opportunity to put things right from what happened last time.